What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be telling you guys some of the most common interview questions that's asked in DPT school interviews, and we'll be breaking them down. So if you are a pre-physical therapy student, you will be best prepared for success during your admissions process. My name is Jin. I'm a second year DPT student at University of Maryland, Baltimore School of Medicine. And if you guys haven't already, please click subscribe because I'll be uploading videos on some of my experiences as a DPT student and my perspectives on things that's happening in the physical therapy world. I know a lot of us get nervous for the interviews, and that's why it's especially important to be as prepared as possible so when the opportunity comes, we can go at it. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, question number 1. Why do you want to become a physical therapist? Such a general, open-ended question, right? But you want to answer this question in a very clear, concise, yet unique and authentic way because it's most likely going to be one of your first questions. So the key here is to have a clear-cut beginning, middle, and an end. The end being your answer to the question. So this is the format that I strongly recommend. My experience and my background in the past have shaped my philosophy, or these are some of the lessons that I have learned from my past, and that resulted in me wanting to study physical therapy. It's exactly like storytelling. This way you can be authentic and be yourself and answer the question that the admissions committee or the interviewer is asking. Alright, question number 2, hypothetical scenario questions. Questions like, if you and your teammate is in a disagreement, what would you do? Or if you're working with a non-compliant patient, what would you do? Or even if you are an animal, what would you be? I never understood the animal questions personally, but the point here is to see your personality, see your characteristics and your values when it comes to different situations. More simply put, another way to ask these questions would be to directly ask you, what's your strength? What's your weakness? What's your communication skill like? So the key here, if it's not obvious yet, is to know yourself. Have a personality or a characteristic in mind and tie that to your answer that's backed up by a short experience or a story that can support your answer. And it can be any kind of personality. It can be grit, good communication skills, empathy. It just has to be something that can represent you the best. Alright, so for example, a template that I would use for questions like this would be, I would do X in situations like this because I have learned from my previous experience doing Y that blank. Alright, question number 3. Questions that test your knowledge and interest in physical therapy in general or their PT program. I'm afraid there's no way around this one. You just have to do your research. If you were always genuinely interested in the professional physical therapy, that's great. You would already be aware of all the hot topics in PT, like the new modalities, the Affordable Care Act, and how the insurance stuff works out. Vision 2020, direct access. But there's a big chance you might not be because there are so much stuff that I didn't know back when I was applying to PT schools that I know now because we talk about it in school. So what do? Well, we gotta do our research. Go to APTA online and look up some stuff. If you're a personal trainer, look up some hot topics in personal training realm. I'm not saying be experts in these topics, but at least know some stuff so you can have a conversation instead of it being a one-way thing. More importantly though, look into the school that you're interviewing with and have a basic understanding of what their program is like. Trust me, this is gonna give you confidence, and it shows the admissions committee that you're serious about this interview day because it shows that you've done your homework. It also gives you an opportunity to ask more in-depth questions as opposed to questions like, how many students per cadaver, or do you have time to work out during the semester? I'm not saying these questions are stupid. Somebody's gotta ask these questions. I'm just saying questions like, I saw online that your school is heavily focused on this research topic. What are your thoughts on that? Questions like that opens up for a conversation and it makes you a very unique applicant. Alright, let's continue with question number 4 here. Question number 4. What do you like to do in your free time? Or what do you do when you're on break from school? Questions like these are geared towards knowing you on a more personal level, but also keep in mind that they want to make sure that you are someone that can balance having fun and working hard. So just like the question, it's important to keep a good balance between being casual and being professional with your answer here. Yes, tell them your hobbies, tell them your interests, be authentic and be yourself as much as possible, but always remember to tie it back to the real answer that they really want to hear. Why that answer makes you the most qualified candidate that's here today for the interview day. So you can talk about how that hobby sparked an interest in physical therapy, how that hobby shaped who you are today, or what lessons you have learned from that stuff that you do in your free time, as long as you can answer the question that they're really asking here. Hey, so I talked about 4 main questions that gets frequently brought up in DPT school interviews. I hope that was helpful. I have a part 2 of this video with more questions and more strategies on how to tackle them, so make sure you check that out. If you haven't already, please subscribe and I'll be back with more videos. Thanks for watching.